But first on Fox, a new bill would make it easier to get silencers and suppressors for guns.
Yeah, right now the registration process for one can last months. Fox 46's Derek Dellinger live in the newsroom tonight. And Derek, Senator Thom Tillis says this is to protect people's hearing, but gun control groups, I'd imagine, are very much against this.
Yes, they are. In fact, those groups say hearing protection or not, those laws are in place for a reason. But there are some that out there that really do say that hearing protection does need to be taken into consideration. When many people think of silencers or suppressors for guns, they usually think of this sound. But in reality, even the quietest of them don't sound like that. They sound like this.
It does not make the gun quieter to the point where it's undetectable. What it does is it brings the report of the gun below the injury threshold.
John Van Swearingen used to sell silencers for a living, and he admits many people probably associate them with their connection to pop culture, maybe something out of a spy or mob film. But these days, it's a process to actually get one, and that process hasn't changed in decades.
You would fill out your tax stamp papers, which they do a background check on you. You have to have a passport photo and fingerprint cards.
We went by Hyatt Guns off Wilkinson Boulevard. They showed us the process, which on average takes 7 months from submission to approval.
We call it the baby time, because you could probably have a baby about the same amount of time it takes you to get your suppressor.
Senator Thom Tillis wants to shorten that period. He's filed legislation for what he calls the Hearing Protection Act, which would essentially allow suppressors and silencers for guns to be just as available as a gun itself. The reasoning, according to Tillis, is to protect the hearing of hunters and those who shoot for sport. But gun control advocates say what Tillis wants is less about health and more about something else.
Law enforcement has sent letters in opposing this legislation in the past.
Becky Kirstas is with North Carolinians Against Gun Violence. She says the current laws are in place for a reason, because it works.
Law-abiding citizens have no problem with background checks. They're the backbone of public safety.
But there are those who say the evidence is out there for a change.
Most of the folks I know that are on VA benefits are on VA benefits for hearing loss. That is an old thing that hunters have traditionally suffered.
Now, if this sounds familiar, that's because there was a similar piece of legislation that tried to make its way through Congress about 4 years ago. It really didn't go anywhere as far as the chances this time. Well, one of the people we spoke with tonight says this appears to be more political theater than substantive legislation. Lindsay?
All right, Derek Dellinger live in the newsroom for us tonight. Thanks.